Alright, hey, it's Mega here, and here we are at Sierra Road. Alright, we're going to do a little Sierra Road twisty test today on the Alta Redshift SM. Alright, we've got about 95% charge. Let's go. Alright, so the things I'm testing out today, alright, I've already kind of tested it out at the track, but it was a wet track and I didn't really get a good feel for it type of thing. I've got some Pro Taper CR Mid handlebars. All right, they're lower handlebars. However, I have risers on them. Okay, I've got risers on them, and the reason I raised the handlebars after lowering them, all right, because I went from a CR High to a CR Mid. All right, well, there's the first corner, guys. Also, I have an aux brake. Careful, these tires are not very good. Suspension's pretty stiff. There's San Jose, guys. Okay. And off we go. Alright. Also, I have an aux brake. That's the left-hand rear brake. It's a left-hand rear brake that allows you to use the foot brake, too. So, you've got foot brake and a left-hand rear brake. Alright, so I don't know how much of the brake we'll be using on the uphill. So I'm going to say you'll probably just use regen going uphill. So my plan is to just go up Sierra Road. Alright, oh, little wheelie there. Go up Sierra Road, and then we're gonna go. Woo! We're gonna go down it. All right. We're not gonna go around the whole. We're not gonna do the whole shebango. Oh, the bike is lower. I can get my feet on the ground earlier in the corners. Oh, that's wide open right there. Feel that front not wanting to hook up too much, but yeah. So the main thing I did is we lowered the front, guys. We lowered the front about like half an inch or something, somewhere around there. I'm gonna try to use that rear brake as much as I can. Yeah, it feels like the front doesn't want to wheelie as much. That's what I noticed. Remember that section we just passed? There was like a bunch of dips and like kind of the road goes up and there's bumps and stuff and you can get some air on it. I didn't get any air on it. I didn't get as much air. I did a teeny tiny little wheelie, but that was it. So the bike does wheelies less. All right, I don't like to go fast here. It's kind of dirty. Pretty good. I use the rear brake to help slow me down there. Very good. Also, I'm testing out these new gloves. I've had them for a little while, but I kind of hate to say it. I'm not really a big fan of these racer gloves. I kind of like my old. That was like a horse poop over there or something, man. It's huge. Suspension's too stiff for this road, I can tell. I feel like it's kind of fighting to get the wheel on the ground. Horsey's out today. This guy's bicycling up here. Oh, it's sort of quad. Yeah, believe it or not, we have farms out here, guys. That looks like it's wet, but it's not wet. Yeah, I can get my feet on the ground a lot easier. But having the lower front like that. So we've got that. We've got the aux brake, and then we've got a different handlebars. I don't like really wide handlebars, guys, but it seems to be doing okay. It's still hard to turn this bike, guys. It's so big and heavy, man. But it's got a lot of power. Alright, and that's it. We made it to the top. That was fast. I have to say, yeah, the bike is definitely lower to the ground. And the bike is lower to the ground, and it feels like it handles better. The front doesn't want to come up as much, all right, especially going uphill. The front gets light, right, because you get an acceleration, and it's pointing up. Let me just park here at the bike rack. Bike rack! Bike rack life. Okay, yeah, so I'll talk about my thoughts all the way down. I'll go take a picture of the beautiful view. It's nice weather today, guys. It's I'd say it's in the 70s, man. It's winter time right now, but at least it's not warm, it's not cold. It's just right, all right? Oh, look at the squirrels. They're all out there foraging. Cool. All right. All right, it's Mick here. We're gonna go continue on the way a little bit, and I'm gonna go talk about the stuff that we did. We're gonna just cruise, all right, guys, and then we'll rip it on the way down. The bike got up here pretty fast. We've got about, I don't know, it's about 80% charge. We ripped up a good amount going in here. Remember, we had 95, so we had about 15% coming up here. It eats up a lot of power going up here, guys. This hill is steep. It just goes up, 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 up. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So here we are. We're just gonna take a cruise here, and then yeah. So I didn't really. It was kind of hard to talk while we were going up here because I was trying not to die. But what we did was I installed some CR Mid Pro Taper Contour handlebars, alright? So they're actually lower than the handlebars I had before, the CR High Bend. Alright, actually I like these better than the CR mid, highs. So this is mid, I think it's like an inch lower than the high. However, we put a bar riser in that raises it 15 millimeters, pretty much another inch. So we pretty much, you know, I lowered it 1 inch almost, and I re-raised it 1 inch. So we're kind of like where we were before. All right, it still feels kind of high, you know. It's not fast. It's not good to go fast in this section, guys, because there's blind turns and stuff. So, and it's a single lane road. It doesn't get any more dangerous than that. All right, it looks like, man, they repaved some stuff here. It looks like the road is like washed away or something. Anyway, yeah. So we did that. All right, so. We raised the handlebar, but we also lowered the handlebar, so it cancels itself out, all right? Why did I do that? Well, so we get enough clearance to raise the forks up into the triple trees, all right? And I raised the forks about 11 millimeters, all right? And it's noticeable. I can get my feet on the ground pretty easily when I get the bike leaned over. So, and I feel like for flat track that'd be good, all right, to have the bike have a lower center of gravity. So what that does, lower in the front does, is obviously, yes, it lowers the bike, all right, but it makes the front lower, and the weight bias is more to the front now when it's cornering. All right, wow, man, I don't know what it is about this bike. The front is unstable when it like when the handlebar gets to a like certain angle or something, or when we're banked a certain way. It's kind of violent. It kind of whips a little bit. Like it feels like you're gonna get tossed off the bike. And this is the only bike I know that does that, guys. But I don't know why it does it. All right. Anyway, we're here at the end already. Jeez, that was fast. I'll talk about more of what we did on the bike on the way back. All right. This is the end point, guys. We're just gonna ride back on it after this. All right, guys, and then I'll talk about the braking changes. I got a lever on the left hand now, so if you look here, I'll just talk about it while we're off the bike. I got some new gloves too. These are those racer gloves I was talking about, all right, and I'm still trying to get used to them. They're all right. They just feel kind of bulky. I kind of liked my old Handroids better, and they're easier to open and close because they had that BOA system. I really like that BOA system, man. It's really, for gloves it works great. For boots, I'm not so sure. Anyway, so here we've got the aux brake, guys. All right, this is a left-hand rear brake. So what it does, it has there's like another master cylinder sort of. All right, right here, and it has a plunger that goes into the stock master cylinder. All right, and it's connected to the brake pedal. When I give it, I can give it brake, and it'll push against the brake, so I can still use the brake lever. All right, the foot brake, but we also have and so when I squeeze this, it sends the plunger into the master cylinder, and then it starts the braking. Okay, guys. So there you go. I used it a couple times. Yeah, it's kind of weird getting used to it. And then I have a new brake lever. All right, guys. This is some kind of Frankenstein brake lever that I made out of two different brake levers. All right, guys. And it's a little bit shorter, just a teeny tiny, a hair bit shorter, not a hair, but maybe like maybe a quarter of an inch shorter than the stock lever. All right. And it has an adjuster on it, but the stock lever had an adjuster on it, and the lever is shaped differently. All right, it's shaped like it's got a flat kind of profile to it, where the stock lever was rounded. I'm not really sure which one I like, guys, but it is shorter. Okay, there's that. I think that's the only benefit we got. It's just a teeny bit shorter. All right, and it looks cool. All right. It's behind the handguards. It fits behind the handguards a little better too. Okay, and so yeah, that's it. So I have a the one thing I don't like about this setup, brake setup here. Wow, it's warm today. Egads. All right, we're just gonna cruise on the way back. There's a vulture or a condor or something. Yeah. So one thing, we're about 75% now. One thing I don't like about this lever setup, all right, the brake setup here right now, is that yes, the left lever is really small. It's like a 2-finger brake, and then the right lever is like a 3-finger. It's almost like a 2-finger. It's like a 2.5 finger. Basically, likes to brake with 2 fingers, guys. I don't use my whole arm like the MSF tells you to use all your hands for the braking, and I don't like it. I like finger touch, you know. All right, we're definitely going to have to use the brakes on the way down, so. One thing is the lever feel, okay, guys? I'm going to tell you now, the right lever, it feels very stiff. The Redshift, the Redshift has very good brakes, guys. Very good brakes. Very good front brakes. All right. The rear brake, I think, is similar to the stock Redshift, is what I'm going to say. Obviously, right? You want a bigger front brake than the rear brake, because when you're going fast, you need to slow down fast, right? that's the idea, right? So the right lever is super stiff. Like once you touch it, you can feel it. It starts biting already, all right? The rear lever is squishy, all right? I mean, the left-hand rear brake is squishy, all right? You hear that? I was getting on it right there. It works pretty good. Oh, I locked it up. I just locked it up there. Yeah, it works pretty good. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Hayes Mega is not a big fan of the foot brake, guys. I've been riding motorcycles for a long time, guys, and I just never really got used to using the foot brake, man. I mean, I can use it, but I can't. I would say I'm not 100% competent in using it. I just want to say. All right. Man, is it bumpy? I don't remember Sierra Road being this bumpy. It's a great road for like a dual sport, you know. Not a like Supermoto's a kind of stiff suspension for this road. Okay, we're gonna go down now. Here we go. All right, no more talking. Let's ride. Put the reach in there a little bit. Here you probably want to slow down a lot. So this is where the brakes come into play. Alright, we're going to give it front and rear brake. Right here. Okay, pitch it in. Here too. And if you want to slow down through the corner, I use the left-hand rear brake. Works great. It works great. It's a lot easier to use than the foot brake. I mean, I could still use the foot brake. Yeah. Oh, I thought I smelled something burning. It's a cow poop. All right. going about 50 here-ish. Alright, here we'll brake. Brake. Get on the left hand rear brake. There we go. Yeah, I like it. So I could use the left hand rear brake to scrub speed while we're in the corner, as long as I don't get on it too hard. Remember, the Redshift's brakes are really good. Hayes Omega is also not a, I'm not an expert at backing it in, alright? So I don't try, dude. But that's what I think the left hand rear brake is good for, alright? It's also good for doing wheelies. Yep, see, so what I did right there is I braked with the front, all right, and then I left my hand on the left brake. We brake with both of them. Oh. Come on, lean the bike, there you go. Yeah, I like it. I like the lower front. The lower front definitely is a lot better. It's still a pig, man, but... Yeah, so I can use the rear brake to drag it around the corner versus the front brake, you know. So I can trail brake. I can trail brake with this brake. Yeah, I'm just on the regen all the time. Careful, there could be a bicyclist. Try to stay in the center of the lane. Nice. Woo, sweat. I'm starting to sweat, guys. It's a lot warmer than I thought it would be today, man. Yeah. I can feel I can. Oh yeah, see the bike didn't get I was expecting it to wheelie there. Usually I can get a little wheelie there. There's a little popper there, but nope, it just the front stayed down. I probably could have jumped it if I really got on it, but yeah, we want the front to stay down like that, guys. Alright, and so that's pretty much it, guys. I can scrub speed with the rear brake right there. It's probably better for really tight turns, you know. Okay, and that's it. And we're going to slow down a whole lot here. Turn. Let's stay on the left-hand rear brake. Very good. Very good. This ox brake is amazing. Amazing. We didn't even have to use the brakes a whole lot going up, but we did going down. And I've got the hang of it now, all right? I like it. I like it a lot, all right? Definitely the left-hand rear brake is the way to go, guys. If you guys have never tried a left-hand rear brake, ride a scooter, okay? A scooter is very similar. All right. Yeah, I like it. So what it allows me to do is to stay on the rear brake in mid-corner. And, I mean, I could do that. Excuse me. I can do that. Oh, I caught up to that Tesla that was, they just went down. They were at that Vista Point. Anyway, yeah, so... Alright, we'll just regen here. Okay, and so that's it. That's the end of the test. I think I got a pretty good feel for it. This bike still handles like shit, man. Hopefully I can get I gotta get the suspension tuned by somebody, alright? Maybe it might be good to have the suspension rebuilt too, or serviced. I don't think it's got that many miles on it, no, man. But it is kind of old. It's like five years old now, yeah? Yeah, pretty much. No, 4 years old. No, 6 years old. Right? 18. Yeah, this is 6 years old already, man. Yeah, this bike is kind of, it's up there in the age now. Still looks great. I hate to say Hayes Mega's beating the shit out of his bike, man. I crashed it at the track the other week. I don't know what it is. I get into a lot of trouble riding this bike, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's a difficult bike to ride. I mean, you would think an electric bike is easy to ride, but it's a difficult bike to ride. It doesn't handle very good. It's kind of a pig. The front doesn't want to change direction. Now with the lower front, it does help. It does help a lot. It gets you that weight over the front wheel. So, and that's what you need. And that allows the bike to oversteer more. All right, it'll turn faster. All right, and I don't know. Did I really feel like it turned faster? A little bit. And I could get my feet on the ground. I can drag my feet easier. So that means I don't know. That means we lowered the center of gravity too. So that also helps with stability. It's not as tall as it used to be, you know. But yeah, I like the aux brake too, man. The aux brake is dope. See if we can stop real quick here. Pretty good. Good stoppers, man. That's what you need on a supermoto. Alright guys, so that was a great test. I think that was a good upgrade, alright? The left-hand rear brake and lower front, basically, is what we did. Alright, this lever, it's okay. It's more finger touch. I feel like, yeah, I get a better feel from this lever than the stock lever. The stock lever was kind of big and chunky. This one is kind of, it's flat, sort of. It's flat, and the other one is really round. So I think I kind of like this one better. I can feel it better, you know. It's one of those cheap Chinese levers, you know. One of them is an Italian-made lever, and one of them is a Chinese-made lever. And yeah, I like it. We'll stick with it. Finding brake levers for this bike is difficult, guys. It uses a lever that like Italian bikes use, like a Ducati and stuff. It has a radial master cylinder. Oh, we're gonna go through the gas station here. Oh, I know that was scary, dude. That was blind corner. Woo! Man, this thing bike pulls, dude. This bike pulls. Yeah, this bike doesn't do wheelies anymore, guys. Yeah, so that's another thing I noticed. It doesn't do wheelies anymore, guys. It's harder to do wheelies if you lower the front end, obviously, right? Because the front is lower. So actually, that's better for drag racing. So actually, we make this bike a better drag racing bike now too. So I like that. I think it'll be better for flat track. It'll be better. We're gonna have a flat track race this year, guys, and it'll be epic. Okay, so that's the end of the video. I like the new brake setup. All right, one of them is kind of funny. The right brake is what's the word? The right brake is stiffer. All right, yeah, it's stiffer than the left brake. All right, unfortunately, so it kind of feels weird, but that's okay. And I still could use the foot brake if I wanted to. All right, and then yeah, it doesn't wheelie as much. It turns in better. It still feels kind of unstable. I think it probably made it made it more unstable with the weight on the front like that. And yeah, it wheelies less now, so that's good. Probably not for dirt biking, but yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see how this thing does in the dirt now with on the supermoto sections, but that means you just have to get on the throttle more, Hades Mega. Alright. Okay. So I'm pretty happy with it. You can really lean the bike. Alright, thanks for coming along. Hades Mega out. Okay, that's another thing I want to test on the lower front. I want to see how it is for low speed handling maneuvers. And we could use the rear brake to slow it down. So we can do some circles. Alright, we'll figure out. Oh man, it takes a long time for it to turn. You gotta lean the bike in. Don't just turn the handlebars. I think that's what I did. I just started turning the handlebars. Rookie mistake. Alright, and then also you can use the rear brake to slow the bike down while you're giving it throttle. See? I'm doing it right now. If I want to make the circles tighter, we slow down with the rear brake. And I don't have to let go of the brake. I don't have to let go of the throttle. So, really nice. Also standing with the rear brake. It's easier to use the left hand than the right hand during cornering also, because you're on the throttle, right? So you have to manipulate the throttle and the brake. You shouldn't be using the brakes anyways while you're in the middle of a corner anyways. But so that actually prevents you from doing that, guys. Because that's a no-no, all right? You don't want to touch the front brake in the mid corner. I mean, you could very lightly, all right, but it's better and safer to use the left-hand rear brake. Okay. So anyway, yeah, let's see. Let's go up the stairs here. This thing will not do wheelies up this stuff, man. It's not the Lady, guys. Okay, yeah. So yeah, slow speed maneuvers a lot better. I can trail brake a lot easier with this brake. All right, the left hand rear brake. I like it a lot. I don't even think I touched the rear brake at all, guys. Okay. If you guys are wondering how much charge we did after that ride, and for about 60%, somewhere around there, 65%. Okay, I wish there was like a number on the freaking thing, man. Oh yeah, I'm trying to put the, I gotta put the supercut back in here. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with this bike. All the work that I wanted to do for 2024, I think I've done it. There's only one more thing left to do, guys, and it's to take this to a suspension tuner, all right, or a motorcycle shop, and have them adjust the clickers on the suspension or the preload if we need to. I already kind of set the preload. I probably should set. Oh yeah, I probably should set the preload again. I didn't think about that. It may be different now. All right, so yeah, I forgot about that. So I might want to readjust the preload before I take it there. But I mean, they're gonna do it for me too. So, but yeah. So that's one thing I should have done. I should have adjusted the preload. If the front's lower, it's gonna unload the back a little bit. So we could probably lower the back a little bit also, and it would make it like level. It would make it level again. But you want to have the right preload. All right, preload is not have anything to do with ride height, guys. What it does is it adjusts how much you are in the stroke. All right, you want to be in the middle of the stroke as opposed to the top or the bottom of the stroke. All right, or else you'll top out or bottom out more. Okay, more sooner. All right. But yeah, we're at 60% charge. All right. Thanks for watching. Here's me out.